Welcome to section 9.3 of genetics. In this section, we will be memorizing the details of Fragile X syndrome. So let's get started. This story takes place in a boxing ring. As you can see, there is a big crowd here to see the fight. But who are they here to see? A boxer named Gennady Golovkin. In fact, he is the champion of our match, as you can see with this banner displayed here. Champion Gennady Golovkin. As you may already know, Fragile X syndrome is a trinucleotide repeat disorder. The trinucleotide that gets repeated is CGG, Champion Gennady Golovkin. If you remember that the champion of this image is Gennady Golovkin, you will remember CGG repeats cause Fragile X. Now, just to help reinforce that Gennady Golovkin is an actual person, I've included this image. And here is another picture of him. And he's such a good boxer that he was even placed on the stamp of Kazakhstan. Now let's get back to our fight and bring him in. Let's bring in his opponent. Bam! Look at Gennady knock out his opponent. Look at him fall. His arms spread apart and even his legs. Clearly he is going down for the count. Notice that his arms and legs form an X, as in the X chromosome in Fragile X. The reality is that this boxer was quite fragile, since Gennady only needed to hit him once to knock him out. Now look at his jaw, which gets long and unhinged from the knockout punch. This is to remind you that people with Fragile X have a long, prominent jaw. A knockout punch like this one has the potential to rile up a crowd, and this punch is no exception. In fact, one man comes running up to the ring in anger over this knockout punch. This man is a farmer, and he actually bet his farm against Gennady Golovkin. Naturally, Gennady's victory upset him. Anyways, this farmer will help you remember that it is the FMR1 gene that is the problem in Fragile X. So basically, this farmer is out of control. With all of the CGG repeats, the FMR1 gene is overactive, leading to the symptoms of Fragile X. So let's talk about some more of the symptoms. Another member of the crowd joins the farmer in this ruckus. Maybe he knows the farmer, or at the very least, he sympathizes with his loss. So he comes and pulls on the ears of one of the guards. Notice that he is pulling them up and out. This will remind you that patients with Fragile X syndrome have large everted ears. Now here's an image of a child with Fragile X syndrome, and his ears demonstrate the typical phenotype seen in Fragile X patients. In the background, outside the ring, notice two boxers preparing for the next fight by beating a punching bag. Notice what this bag looks like? It kind of looks like a giant set of testicles. Thankfully, this will help you remember that people with Fragile X syndrome often have enlarged testicles. And since Gennady has already won the match, he is being awarded an MVP belt. This will help you remember that people with Fragile X syndrome often have mitral valve prolapse.